Now welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are back at the airport to talk about a little midget. Stop looking at me. Welcome aboard the 747 SP, which stands for 747 Special Performance, or as I would call it, 747 Short Plane. How about that? Yes, the 747 SP came out in the mid-70s and wasn't all too successful at 45 aircraft build, but I mean it was a very interesting looking aircraft. I mean, look at it. It's so weirdly short. It's like very much a midget of a 747. You know, just the engine size to plane ratio is also quite crazy. I do like this plane though. In the passenger variant, which, you know, Syrian Air, whatever airline that is, Syria probably, it can carry around 300 people. Now this plane actually still flies around, but not really as an airliner for Syrian Air, if that airline even still exists, right? But no, it's mostly used as like a VIP aircraft, executive aircraft, things like that. And I think NASA likes this plane also quite a bit. Now, anyway, we have talked about the 747 SP before, how midgety it is, right? But today I finally found a good flight simulator model. For example, here we can take a look up into the cockpit. Looks very promising. So it's finally time to do some flight testing with this aircraft, because we've never been able to do that with a proper flight simulator model. This is finally good now. You know, maybe find out how much of a short runway this short 747 needs. I mean, you know, I as a YouTuber, of course, also am looking always out for a VIP executive private aircraft. Maybe the 747 SP will be a potential VIP aircraft, right? I mean, if it does need a long runway, why not? Oh, and now this is looking very good. This is looking very good. Oh yes, this is one of those 747s that actually have tilted landing gear as well, meaning that when you land this plane it always looks better. Look at this. Wow, look at how tilted that is. Absolutely beautiful. See, you know, actually they tilted these landing gears so, you know, that they can fit them all into the aircraft here. Of course, they have very limited space and a lot of landing gears here indeed. Look at how many landing gears that is. That's like 4 main landing gears just for the 747. But for the most part, it looks absolutely smooth on touchdown. So let's exactly do that. By the way, have you guys seen how quickly we just took off? I think I like the 747 SP though. See, you know, us midgets have to support each other. Anyway, let's see if we can take off, right? Here we go. Just a smooth roll, and look how beautifully this aircraft took off. Now, if anyone actually wants to download this aircraft, it's here on the site, actually totally for free. Very nice. But anyway, let's just go ahead and actually get this plane landed, especially smoothly, the 747 SP. Maybe it is actually quite a potential butter machine, judging by the tilted landing gear. Now, this plane was actually perfect, especially for the Asian markets where, you know, routes could actually get pretty long from the distances and you would need a long range aircraft, but you couldn't fill up a whole 747 that's big, right? So a smaller 747 where not too many people could even be seated and is cheaper to operate is exactly what that 747 SP was. Anyway, touchdown. Let's do this. Quite a bit of a late one, but I'm trying to make this smooth. Well, actually not all too smooth. Great. Let's go ahead and actually stop this plane. I think this was fine. Here we go. Reverse thrust. Now we can already get a bit of a taste of how long of a runway this thing needs. See, this plane has got some pretty powerful engines on a 14-meter shorter fuselage than normal. We know the 747. It's really 14 meters shorter, which is interesting. And so, you know, it has quite a lot of performance on its hands. And again, also a lot of range and everything. From the specs, the 747 SP really was a good airplane. And also from what the landing looked like. Let's take a look. Come on. Here we go. Yes. Definitely Swiss Air 1 approved indeed. I mean, this was even not that much of a smooth landing, was it? We landed at 200 feet per minute in the minus. But there we go, we stopped in like no time. Look at this. I think we can fly this plane anywhere. You know, especially for my VIP private jet plans, I would, you know, just put out all the seats, make it as light as possible, and then just fly to Lukla. Great. Okay, so how much does a 747 SP cost? 7.5 million? Oh, that's really not much. That's quite affordable. Just need to put put a few more ads here on YouTube. What am I saying? Anyway, let's get this plane edited out some interesting runways. How about that? I have quite a lot of trust in this plane, so let's just go ahead and already start off with a small runway. How about that? Alright, so we're now in California, a place that the 747 SP never really saw. Again, only Asia and actually the Middle East or maybe Pan America was where the 747 SP was home at. But let's maybe try to land here at this Catalina Island airport with a 1,000-meter long runway or something like that. Again, I've actually accumulated quite a bit of trust in this aircraft. See, I've now actually unloaded pretty much everything. Only a bit of fuel is inside of this aircraft and a little bit of payload at 32,000 kilograms. This is how my private plane would look like. I mean, we're still 220 tons heavy, but let's just maybe try this. Here we go. Okay, a bit of a hard landing. Let's maybe see how much this plane can stop. There we go. Come on, give it all you got. Oh no, that's not gone very well. I actually pulled full power here instead of reverse thrust. But there we go, we've still stopped. Jesus Christ. Yeah, a little bit of a sit rep here. What generally just happened was that the reverse thrust didn't deploy, and so I put full power. I tried to take off again, and well, that almost failed, but it didn't. It did not. This plane can fly anywhere. I like the 747 SP. Holy moly, probably my favorite one now. Yeah, seriously, maybe it is. Alrighty, 747. I would have never thought that I was gonna say this ever. Let's land the 747 at St. Bartholomew's 600-meter long runway. I mean, it's a SP, very much shorter than the 747. I mean, and look at this. It's still a 747 though. I mean, look at the cockpit, right? Still has 4 engines, still has 2 decks. I like this plane. So, you know, I've always liked 747s. They don't mind a hard landing. They just do whatever you want it to do, right? Holy moly, that's been hard. That's been genuinely one of the hardest landings I've done in a while. Holy moly. No, reverse thrust. Okay, I'm struggling with this plane sometimes. Just fighting around with the reverse thrust. You can always see the reverse thrust symbol, but by the way, we've stopped. Great. Yeah, still not definitely a perfect landing for sure. I mean, look at this. And again, the reverse thrust did not come out. The reverse gear, I was still having some issues with it. But look at this. We still stopped. We didn't even need it. What the hell's wrong with this plane? Seriously. Alright. I mean, this video started off all fun and games with talking about how midgety this aircraft is. But I'm scared now. Seriously. 500-meter long runway. Let's go. Jesus Christ. Oh, hard. Oh, bit very hard. Holy moly, I'm sorry. There we go, though. Plane is seriously still unimpressed. How did we stop here on a 5? I mean, okay, we kind of died, but, you know, still. Alright, then. I mean, this plane has gotta fail at some point. I'm quite scared of this now, actually. I mean, to be honest, this is quite crazy. I mean, in real life, I think this plane also used to fly to, like, a lot of interesting places. It doesn't need a long runway, apparently. Like, at all. Alright, so let's maybe try this right here. 300-meter long runway of Sabah Airport. Now, how wrong is this gonna go? Shoot! Stop! Okay, you can do it. Oh. Wait, never mind. Seriously though, it's very hard to find a jet that can barely even operate here. So, you know, just the fact that the 747 bravely flew to St. Bartholomew so well is just crazy. Damn, this plane can fly anywhere. So it's just nice to have found that out. And so yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. As always, good night. Now, thank you to my members here on YouTube like Block, Emite, Mubarak, Mike, Ethan, Darren, Stefan, Ian, Oman the Human, Rafael Brukowski, Junk in the Trunk, Moritz, Toby, Great Grandpa John, Government Pasta, Calamity Airlines, Kelly Chaos, New York, Tyler Park, Cheese Doritos, Shadow, Anime Planes 001, X-Men Shoulder, Deslama, Featuring Kellen, Me By You, Captain Cameron, Spiro, Gary, Norwegian, Bajel, and Parology.